It's time for our next Disney World staycation.
Guess where?
Hey there, ma'am fam. We are at Disney's Art of Animation Resort for our next hotel stay.
This value resort has a larger-than-life characters from some of your favorite Disney and Pixar films, so we're gonna go check it out, explore, do a full room tour, grab some food, so come on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. That sun is so bright in my
We gotta
eyes.
Hakuna Matata go.
We're starting a bit early with that.
Yeah, ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Art of Animation is the newest of the value resorts, opening up in 2012, and it features sections themed to The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, and Cars. But what's unique about Art of Animation, especially compared to other value resorts, is that 3 out of those 4 sections feature family-style suites that can sleep up to 6 as opposed to standard hotel rooms. We are staying in a family suite. I'm so excited. Guess which one we got? Popping into the lobby here. It is such a beautiful lobby. One, I love the colors down the check-in side of it. You've got the different check-in pods that are a little reminiscent of paint canisters from animation studios. You've got this beautiful rainbow on one side, and then on the other wall, you have all of this concept art from those 4 films, and you can see the progression where it starts black and white, a little bit scragglier, a little bit rougher. Some of the characters you know and love don't even look like the characters you know and love. And then you move all the way down, and then right outside the ink and paint shop, they've got fully realized color, concept art, and painting of these movies.
Along with the really cool artwork on the walls that Molly mentioned, you also have to take a minute to admire this beautiful chandelier that has a whole lot of concept art from all of the movies here at Art of Animation. And the keen eyed among you will find that a lot of them are signed by the animators themselves or those individuals closely associated with the characters. For example, we have Jodie Benson signing the concept art piece of Ariel because Jodie Benson was, if you do not know, the voice of Ariel. We have Don Hahn on the artwork here of Simba and Nala approaching the elephant graveyard from The Lion King. Don Hahn is the producer of The Lion King. If you look a little bit higher up in the chandelier, you'll see some early concept art of The Little Mermaid signed by Ron Clemens and John Musker. They wrote and directed The Little Mermaid. And perhaps Molly's favorite piece of concept art is of Ursula.
Hyenas right there.
Yeah, those hyenas. Also, look right next to the hyenas, you have Ursula and King Triton signed by Pat Carroll, who is the voice of Ursula.
But there's shark. There's Bruce the shark on the other side. So it's really like a sandwich of terrible. It's like the bread is delicious, but the filling horrible.
Anyway, all that to say, you should definitely check out that chandelier. It's really cool. Other things you should check out are a bunch of the activities. Now, while Art of Animation has a lot of the sort of standard activities that you're going to find at a resorts like the campfire or poolside activities, what they have that's a little bit unique is the animation class inside the animation hall here.
I just love the colors and looking at the concept art because we all know these scenes. Like, if you've seen Lion King, you know that this is I Just Can't Wait to Be King, but look how fun it is to look at some of the early iterations of that. And now we are going to pop into the ink and paint shop. This is the merchandise shop here at Art of Animation, and it's called the Ink and Paint Shop as a nod to the ink and paint girls. When the Disney Animation Studio first started, men were animators, women could be ink and paint girls. So the animators would draw the characters, they would draw the cells that would then be hand painted in all the beautiful Disney colors by the women. So this is a nod to them, and you're actually going to see up at the top the different canisters and the different jugs of paint. And one really unique thing about paint and color within the Disney studio is they invented a bunch of colors. If the color didn't exist, they would make it up and then they would call it like Cinderella blue. And so then that color exclusively is used for Cinderella's dress for the rest of time. Even the shelves are giant versions of the paint jars, which I think is just such a fun, bright detail. Now, like any good Disney merchandise shop, it's going to have a variety of Disney merchandise from apparel to home goods to toys and plushes. They also have a variety of snacks, some Disney specialties, some not, if you want a little munchie for your room. And as always, there is a small selection of toiletries and over-the-counter medicines in case you forgot anything at home. One thing that is a little bit more unique to Art of Animation is they do have a lot of merchandise featuring the 4 movies, Lion King, Cars, Little Mermaid, and Finding Nemo. So if any of those characters have collections out, they'll have them here. And then they also have a specialty collection just for Art of Animation, which we're going to check out now. There's actually quite a few cute Art of Animation exclusives, so let's check them out. First of all, you've got this crushed towel. It says Art of Animation on the backside. You've got this cute mug. Turfus. I might need this. That's a good one. Kids Spirit jersey, but it's like water shirt material. Adult Spirit jersey. Here's both of those from the back. Pin and ears. And the ears are really cool because they're white right now, but if you take them outside, the white part becomes hot pink. And they've got all the different characters from these 4 movies on them. Lastly, these cutie little pins. Not lastly, I found more. Different kid swim shirt, this time with Crush. T-shirt. And different t-shirt.
You can also access Landscape of Flavors, which is the quick service restaurant here at Art of Animation, through this way, but we're not going to go there now. We're going to come back for a little bit of a bite to eat later. But what we are going to do is take a quick pit stop by Pixel and Play, which is the arcade here, before we go outside and explore. Now listen, this is a stacked and overwhelming arcade. Everything from the standard arcade games like Pinball to Pac-Man to getting yourself put into a Marvel comic book. You got some of the shooter games like Space Invaders. Oh my gosh, Molly, the family is here. Fast and Furious supercars. Suitable for all ages.
That doesn't feel like the family.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like the family at all.
The family is not normally family friendly.
I fully agree. There are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 massage chairs here. If you parents out there would like to come and take a break while your child is gallivanting around the arcade. And Molly has found souvenir coins and pressed pennies.
They're Wreck-It Ralph! Which one do I get?
If it's not Vanellope, I think you're doing it wrong.
Vanellope.
What about King Candy?
I do love King Candy.
You hit a guy with glasses.
You never see Wreck-It Ralph stuff.
You know, that's kind of true.
Apparently, if you use a card, you get them all.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Look, I got Ralph, Vanellope, and King Candy.
So happy.
Now we've popped outside so we can do some exploring and check out all of the different character sections. But you know what's more fun than exploring? Exploring with a cocktail. So first stop, the drop-off. The drop-off is the pool bar here in the Finding Nemo section outside of the main pool, the big blue pool. Here you're gonna have your classic Disney pool bar beverages, a couple of frozen things, some fruity cocktails, things like frozen Jack and Cokes, but they've also got draft beer and are a full bar so they can make you whatever your heart desires. In the past, I've enjoyed a frosé here before. It's actually pretty good, not too sweet. They've also got some fun beers on draft, and I should note they also do some snacks here too, like pretzels or chips. But mostly, if you want to eat at the pool, you probably want to grab something from Landscape of Flavors and bring it outside.
Drinks have been acquired. Molly has picked up the Cucumber and Mint Mojito, and I have gotten the Cigar City High Alai IPA.
So the Cucumber and Mint Mojito is a Disney pool bar classic. You can find this on pretty much every pool bar menu on property. It is Kettle One Botanical Cucumber and Mint Vodka, lime juice, pure cane sugar, and topped with soda water. And then you can see it's got fresh mint in here. I also asked for them to go light on the sugar mixture. She's pretty tasty, very refreshing because the cucumber and mint, not too sweet. A very nice, refreshing drink for an outside activity.
Cheers. Yeah, this is just a standard IPA. Pretty piney on the front end. This one actually has a little bit more malt on the back end, so this is a sipping beer that I'm going to enjoy as we walk around the premises. Also, Cigar City Brewing is in Tampa, so it's always good to drink local. Cheers. All right, on our walkabout, first up, we are headed to the Cars section, which greets you with these awesome posters for Radiator Springs, a happy place. We have our Sheriff, Cornhole, and Ornament Valley. Oh.
You know, this drink is kind of dangerous because I can't taste any alcohol in there, but I know she put some. It's kind of like under the see you later, you know what I mean? Isn't this just adorable? Like, much like Cars Land, not my favorite franchise, but this is such a cute section of the resort. If you've got little ones that like cars, highly recommend staying in this section because the cars are life-size out here and you can take pictures with them. And don't worry, if they run up in excitement and fall down, you don't have to be stressed about that because all the area around the cars is made out of recycled tires. So it's like soft and squishy right here. We've actually stayed in the Cars room at a media event, so we do have footage of that room, which we're gonna roll a beautiful montage for right here. In the center of the car section, you've got the Cozy Cone Motel, which is actually locker rooms, and it leads out into the Cozy Cone Pool, which is one of the leisure pools here. And it's got the cutest little cones that are first cone... First come, first serve. First come, first serve, but those are little lounge areas at the pool. And then the 3 buildings that you could stay in are all themed to different businesses in Radiator Springs. You've got Luigi's Casa de la Tires, the Wheel Well Motel, and then Mater's Salvage Yard. One of my favorite details in the Cars universe is the fact that the tires are called Lightyear tires instead of Goodyear. Get it? It's a buzz joke. I love it.
I don't know, my favorite wild thing that I found out when we were researching art of animation. Look at Luigi's plates here. So it's 44.5 and 10.8. Now these are latitude and longitude coordinates on the globe. And at those coordinates, you can find a Ferrari manufacturing plant. Luigi from Italy, where Ferraris are made. He loves Ferraris. He mentions it in Cars. And the fact that this is a set of coordinates for a Ferrari manufacturing plant, I didn't believe it.
That's amazing.
I had to look it up on Google Maps.
That's
It's
amazing.
There. Another little fun fact here in the Cars section. 1, take some time to read Fillmore's bumper stickers. I think they're hilarious. And if you take a look at Fillmore's license plate, you're going to see 5/12/37. Now that is George Carlin's birth date. George Carlin was the original voice of Fillmore, and he unfortunately passed away before this resort opened, and this is a nice little tribute to him.
Of course, the most famous of the Cars right here, Lightning McQueen rocking those Lightyear tires. Also, he rocks number 95 because that's the year Toy Story came out.
So in early animation, Lightning McQueen actually rocked the year 57, which you can see in the lobby of Art of Animation, and that's a reference to the year that John Lasseter was born.
John Lasseter, founder of Pixar. Pretty cool. We got Sarge here, who has a veteran tag. Looks like he was a World War II veteran. Thank you very much to Sarge for your service. And just look at the detail. I'm telling you, if you've got a kid that loves cars, you got to come here because look at all these photo ops. Look at Sarge's surplus hut with the sign. And this place looks really cool lit up at night. It has the neon lights on the cozy cone and some of the different businesses. So definitely come check it out at night. We will be sure to come back. And last license plate to check out on Tow Mater. He's got A113, and now my Pixar fans know what that's about, but A113 was the classroom number at Cal Arts that many of the original Pixar animators studied in. So they hide it in every single Pixar movie as an Easter egg. So of course they're gonna hide it here as well.
Alrighty, we are driving out of the car section and swimming on over to the Finding Nemo area, where we are gonna first check out some of the denizens of the ocean, perhaps swing by the East Australian current. Who's to say? You know what? There's to say, because those seagulls every once in a while will just start shouting mine at you, which is, it can be a lot.
You know, considering how big they are they like dibsing us instead of fish?
You know, that's a new night terror. Why would you do that?
Those things could eat you. For sure, they're probably as big as I am.
I don't like that.
So just imagine, when they say mine, they're talking about you.
No.
And here we have the influencer, waiting never so patiently for the audio to play from the seagulls. This influencer has spotted us, and she has now noticed my approach, and so we shall try to make our way into the bushes so that she might continue her activities as normal. What incredible patience this influencer has as she lies in wait for these larger-than-life avian creatures to speak words that have been translated from seagull calls into the phrase mine. It seems she has noticed us, and so we must once more make our way back into the bushes, away, following the concrete pavement that leads us towards the replication of the East Australian current.
One day later.
As we enter the Nemo section, we have the Big Blue Pool, which, while it is the largest pool at Art of Animation, it also holds the title for the largest pool on Disney property outside of water parks.
This is going to be the pool that has all the poolside activities like the trivia and pool games with the recreation staff. Also, fun fact, it does have underwater speakers in it that can play Disney music, but they had to stop playing it because the lifeguards were having to jump in to save too many kids who were trying to hold their breath underwater to listen to the music.
Another denizen of the ocean here, Mr. Ray, your favorite underwater teacher and mine. Now, if you look at his wingspan here from tip to tip, that is 27 feet. That is a terrifyingly large stingray. If only he wasn't smiling at me so jovially.
He could still eat you.
Why do you keep saying that?
The last thing you'll ever see. Just
Between this and the mine birds, what is happening?
Also here in the Finding Nemo area, you've got the Righteous Reef Playground, starring cutest little squirt right here. And this is a cute little anemone-themed area with little slides and tunnels for your kids to climb through. You've also got the kids' splash area featuring some of Nemo's classmates. My personal favorite is Pearl, the octopus. You guys made me ink.
Guys, Nemo's swimming up to sea.
That guy's over there too. Also, the reason I'm not really giving you a good shot of it is because there are kids rightfully playing in it, and that would be weird if I did. Not weird though. This giant crush right here. Also, he's got Dory. Is Marlin up there? It's just Crush and Dory. That is a little weird actually. I guess we lost both Marlin and Nemo again. So we're gonna look for them. Wait, I found them. They're in the anemone at the kids section.
Anemone.
Anemone.
And for you Hawkeye viewers, you'll also notice that we do have the goggles that have P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, located on the back of those goggles. On the front of them, however, where the lenses would be, that is where you will find the pool rules for the Big Blue Pool.
One of my favorite things about this resort, a detail I feel like goes unnoticed by a lot of people, but fully helps you immerse in the 4 different stories, is the landscape. If you look in the Little Mermaid section and the Finding Nemo section, the plants they've used make it feel like you're under the sea. So they've planted things that kind of look like coral and sea anemones and seagrass. But then over in the Cars section, it was desert plants and things that could survive in the hot heat. And then as we enter Lion King, you're going to see like bigger trees to represent the savannah. And it's just a subtle detail that I know took a lot of planning and really helps with the storytelling.
And now, it is time. And who else should greet us but Mufasa as he sits upon Pride Rock? Although, the dimensions feel off to me.
He does feel much bigger than the rock, but my favorite thing about Mufasa is that nothing bad happens to him.
Yeah,
He's
nothing
a
at all.
solid dad figure for the whole film. No issues at all for anyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Long live the king.
And we also have Simba hanging out with his pals Timon and Pumbaa, probably celebrating the fact that Mufasa is alive and kicking. That they've come together by sheer fate and not because of any sort of traumatic event that has occurred
Just
within
friends
Simba's
hanging
life.
out.
Yeah, just pals.
Just pals being
Yeah.
pals.
Yeah, pals on a log.
And here's my favorite part of this resort, the elephant graveyard, featuring the hyenas, who do not get enough love and are always treated like the villain, when in reality, hyenas are better hunters than lions. So we were all taught a lie for a long time, but that's okay, because Lion King is still the best Disney movie of all time, IMO. Hey Scar, how are you? You look like you could eat me, which isn't the best feeling, but what if Nope, I was going to offer to be on your team, and even I can't do it.
I want you to know that in our time here at the Art of Animation Resort, you have said that in 2 of the 3 sections we visited thus far, that there are entities in them that wish nothing more than for our deaths.
Mr. Ray and the seagulls, surely. But
And Scar.
No, Scar would be fine. He looks friendly.
I'm sorry.
No, here's the thing. I think I could take Scar to brunch. We could talk about it. He could trauma dump. Because, it would be a bummer if you thought you were going to inherit the throne and then you didn't. So I get that. And Scar, we're going to go for bottomless mimosas and, chicken and waffles, and we'll fix everything.
No! And lastly, we walk into Molly's absolute favorite section of Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Isn't that right?
That's why.
Oh, look at her. Molly, another fun fact is that there are well over 2,000 sculpted figures much like that sea witch throughout this entire resort on the exterior and interior.
Yeah, but that one's a nightmare.
But then there's also a dingle hopper.
I do like that as you enter the Little Mermaid section, it's full of her gadgets and gizmos aplenty. So you've got the snarf flat, the dingle hopper, you've got a chest with jewels, a tankard, and most importantly, the Prince Eric statue.
I think you mean you've got a chest full of every D&D party's greatest desire. Loot.
That's obviously what I meant, you're right.
Bunch of loot goblins. Now, the Little Mermaid section is home to the third pool here in Art of Animation, and this section is the only section of the 4 that do not have family suites. These are standard rooms.
And also at that event I mentioned earlier, we got to tour a Little Mermaid room, so we can swim that footage, float that footage up now for you.
Nice.
Terrifying thing about her.
What?
This angle that we're looking at her at, this is the cameras on Flight of Passage.
Oh, let's try. Hold on. Look. Ready?
God, it's so good.
It's not flattering. For reals though, I don't know anyone that wants to sleep with a 3-story Ursula looming over them in the night. But at least on the other side of the Little Mermaid section, you've got King Triton, you got Sebastian here in the middle, and then on the other side of the pool, you've got Ariel. But also, speaking of Ursula, another cute detail in the pool area, this time the pool rules are written on the scroll that has the contracts that Ariel signs with Ursula. And like, I know I'm scared of Ursula, but honestly, can we fault her for being a savvy businesswoman? Like, Ariel should have read the contract, but also, can I blame Ariel? Because how many of us have signed the T and C's and just clicked, I read this? You know what I mean? Me, every time Apple tells me anything. But anyway, cute Easter egg. That said, if Apple had villainous looking creatures painted on their T and C's, I might pay more attention. I just love the detail everywhere in this resort. Like, look how the lights are being held up that look like a mast of a ship, like Prince Eric's ship. Now, one thing I should note about the Little Mermaid section is while, yes, it is the only section here that features standard style hotel rooms, it's also the furthest section from the main part of the resort. So from the lobby, from the dining, from the bus. So keep that in mind when you're booking. But I will also say what I love about this resort, unlike the other value resorts, you can actually pick which section you're in. So you're not leaving it up to chance if you're going to get Lion King, Cars, etc. You could actually book in the section. So that way you know you can book in your favorite or your kid's favorite.
It's also interesting to note that the Little Mermaid section is motel style, where the doors to the rooms are exterior facing, so they face outside, whereas in the other 3 sections, they are all interior, so you're facing that hallway, and it's all carpeted on the interior. Now an interesting fact about the sheer volume of carpet here in the Art of Animation Resort, the 227,000 lineal feet of carpet used throughout this resort could stretch, if put end to end, from downtown Orlando to the Kennedy Space Center. That's pretty nutty.
Walking the exterior path of the resort now, which is close to Hourglass Lake, and headed back to Landscape of Flavors to grab ourselves something to eat. But what's very cute is along the path, there are fun facts about these different movies, some fun animation facts. For example, did you know it took 4 years and more than 600 artists and technicians from California and Orlando and over 1 million drawings to create The Lion King? I did not know that, but now I do, and I appreciate it even more. This lake is actually a very nice path if you want to go on a walk, you know, before or after you walk all day on vacation. It's a little over 1.3 miles to do the whole path, and that goes around Art of Animation as well as its sister resort, Pop Century, right across the lake. But I'd say more importantly, and one of the biggest perks of staying at Art of Animation is what's located right in the middle of the lake, and that is the Skyliner. The Disney Skyliner opened in 2019, marking the first time that any Disney value resort had a transportation option to some of the parks that wasn't a bus. The Disney Skyliner will connect at Caribbean Beach, and from there you can head on to Epcot or Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, you will still need to take a bus if you're headed to Magic Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs, or the water parks, but having the Skyliner is definitely a huge perk of staying here. Not only does that give you easy access to the 2 theme parks, but that also opens up your dining options. Because there are several deluxe resorts on the Skyliner, including the Yacht Club, Beach Club, Boardwalk, and Riviera resorts, you can pop over there easily on the Skyliner for dinner, kind of giving you almost deluxe amenities, but staying at a value hotel. Next time I stay here, I'm definitely going to try and book a Topolino's Terrace reservation one morning, which is my favorite character dining on property over at the Riviera Resort, because you could just zip over there on the Skyliner and have a fabulous breakfast.
But before we go grab that bite, let's go check out our room. And we are staying in the Lion King section. If you take a look at the carpet inside the Lion King section, you have Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba's footprints. And I just want to observe, Timon is taking perhaps the least efficient route as he is walking between his 2 compatriots.
I'm going to do his route.
You're going to do his route? All right, let's go. Seems good. Oh yeah, a totally necessary loop-de-loop, yep. Oh, we're just doing a weave. Is Timon drunk? Drunk on bugs? Bug juice? Oh, okay, we got another loop, sorry. And we made it to our room. Oh, wow.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Look at this. Hold on, we need lights. So cute. The giraffes from I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Look at that light. What is the lyrics from I Just Can't Wait to Be King? And Hakuna Matata.
This room is so cute. Let's do a little room tour, starting with this little dining area where you've got a table with 4 chairs, this beautiful jungle scene. But wait, there's more. This becomes your first of the 3 beds. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Simba napping. Oh my goodness, so you can fit 2 sleeping on here. The whole room can sleep 6, but this is your first area. And then I love that it's a Murphy bed that just folds right back up and becomes a table. A couple things I want to point out. There are little side tables on either side of the Murphy bed and they have outlets. Does that one have outlets too? I'm getting the outlet thumbs up. Also, this bed's pretty low. It like comes to my knee, which is maybe like 2 feet off the ground. It's not very tall.
Bye, Simba.
Bye, Simba.
Hope you find your dad.
He will, because nothing bad happens to his dad.
That was so unexpectedly dark.
Right off the seating area, you've got your first of 2 bathrooms. So you've got a sink area here, very cute bugs and grub mirror, and then you can, hairdryer test. Ooh, that's like a 4. It doesn't have any attachments, but it does appear to be a newer model of hairdryer. And you can partition this off here, so if someone needs to use the 2 different areas, obviously in here you've got your royal throne. You've got this adorable Timon and Pumbaa shower curtain of them splashing in the water. And what's even cuter than that is the sunset tile work here. Also, definitely not H2O products. Right off the shower, you've got the living area where Alan is very studiously looking at the little tables here.
Lyrical genius.
Yeah, they've got the lyrics to I Just Can't Wait to Be King and Hakuna Matata on them, as Alan pointed out. This is also gonna be your TV. They do have the smart TVs. There's like a little bit of a faux closet in here. Not a comfortable chair, but a cute light themed to little jungle lilies. And then another unique thing about these family suites is they actually have a little kitchenette. This is not in a normal standard hotel room. You've got a microwave, coffee maker, pretty standard, beverage cooler, pretty standard, but having the kind of other accoutrement is unique here. Additionally, this is your second sleeping quarters because this is a pull-out situation.
Bed.
Dads, here's your thermostat. And lastly, you've got the main bedroom. This can actually close the door and become its own space. So parents, this may be where you want to sleep. Alan, how's the bed?
It's like a 7.5.
Oh, that's pretty good. Not the best, but not bad. Now this one, I will point out, is a higher bed. You could definitely fit some luggage under there. The bed itself is probably closer to like almost 3 feet. In here, you've got another TV, a full chest of drawers. This is where you're gonna have another little hanging area, ironing board safe luggage rack. There's also an additional bathroom in here. This one's a traditional bathroom. You can't partition anything off, but you've got sink, royal throne, another level 4 hair dryer, and then a shower that also features beautiful tile work. And I'm guessing definitely not H2O products. Confirmed. And they have upgraded not only the TVs, but they have Hey Disney in here, so.
Tell us a joke.
Did you hear about Crush's vacation? It was totally awesome.
Hey Disney, tell us a joke.
How did Jack Skellington and Sally dance on Halloween night?
How?
Shriek to shriek.
Are they getting worse? They get worse every video somehow.
Do you want to try one more time?
I'm gonna, one more time. Hey Disney, tell us a joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there? Coco. Coco who? Could you open up? It's cold out here.
That's the worst joke I've ever heard. But as we have 3 different sleeping options, Alan, please help everyone determine the most comfortable. Bed 1.
Oh, no. That's a 4. Give this to your least favorite family member. Ow. 5.5. Says 6. Confirmed 7.5.
There you have it, friends. Now, let's talk price. For the standard rooms, again in the Little Mermaid section, standard style motel rooms, the price is going to range between $209 and $413 without any kind of discount. It is always based on the season and how busy it is. For the family suites, do note the Finding Nemo suites typically run a little bit more expensive than the Lion King or Car suites because they're a little bit bigger, but they can all sleep 6 with 2 bathrooms in the kitchenette. These start at $478 and run up to $963 during the peak holiday season. We paid with an annual pass discount on a Friday afternoon in May, taxes, fees, all in $468 for one night in the Lion King suite. So they're definitely more expensive than if you're looking at All Stars or even Pop Century, but if you've got a bigger party, you could fit all your guests in here sleeping 6 as opposed to having to get 2 hotel rooms somewhere else, so it might end up being a better deal. Plus you have the perks of things like the Skyliner, which maybe make it more appealing than, say, an all-star resort.
And with our beautiful tour of the room complete, it is now time to eat. Unintentional rhyme. Landscape of Flavors is the only dining option here at Art of Animation, and it is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Now, you can mobile order here if you wish, but if you want their more expanded menu, coming here and ordering in person is the way to go. Fun fact about the floors here, they are made from all reclaimed and recycled materials, which is very, very cool, and in order to prevent more waste, they will not be using single-use silverware, so you're going to have actual silverware here, as well as reclaimed composite materials for your trays.
I really like the decor in this restaurant because it is divided into 4 sections, all featuring surprise landscape art themed to the different movies, which is seen on the walls, the colors used, and in the light fixtures, which I really enjoy. Here we're in the Lion King section, and there's actually a cute hidden Mickey. Not my favorite in this restaurant, we'll get to that one in a second, but if you look over on that tree trunk right there, there's some little leaves that make a Mickey. My favorite hidden Mickey is here in the Little Mermaid section where the light fixture is designed to look like Ariel's grotto, like you're looking up, and she quite literally has a framed picture of Mickey.
As far as food options go, you have the specialty entrees and kid meal sections, so things like Mongolian beef, as well as some tossed salads and soups, as well as a create your own entree section where you can select your protein and 2 sides, as well as some items from the tandoori oven. Next, there is a kind of Italian-esque section with chicken parmesan, penne pasta with meatballs and meatball subs, and lastly, your grill with things like cheeseburgers and chicken strips. You can also pick up pizza if you so wish, either by the pie or by the slice.
In addition to all of your entree stations, there is a dessert station that's got Joffrey's coffee, most importantly, Shaky Jamaica, some specialty ice creams, including both a very cute Lion King or Cars themed sundae, as well as 2 bakery cases that have kind of classic desserts like cinnamon rolls, cookies, croissants, and then this other bakery case that's got some very cute themed desserts. There's also a grab and go over here that's got things like salads and sandwiches and snacks and drinks that you can grab to take to the pool or back to your room.
All right, and here is our dinner. We have picked up the tandoori chicken, some breadsticks with the side of Alfredo sauce, because of course we did, and a piece of pepperoni pizza. Let me repeat that. That is a singular piece of pepperoni pizza.
It's fine. It's obviously massive. It's akin to like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut pizza, something you would get for delivery. The crust is pretty solid, a little thicker, a little bouncier, and I wish there was more cheese, but this is obviously a huge piece of pizza, and I feel like the pizza is a really good deal, especially if you get a whole pizza. It's only $20, and you get a whole pizza, which in Disney to feed a multiple people family is pretty good. Now I'm going to try a breadstick in this Alfredo sauce. I'm pretty good. The breadstick's not my favorite. I wish it was garlickier. But the Alfredo, I mean, it tastes like Olive Garden Alfredo sauce.
All right, so I'm trying the tandoori chicken with spinach, paneer, basmati rice, and some naan bread. I'm excited to try this. I have hopes. Well, right off the bat, the rice is cooked really well. Light and fluffy. Try a bite of this chicken. It's pretty good. Not dry, which is nice. Spiced pretty well. It's not going to be as like heavily spiced as it would be, say, if you went to like an Indian restaurant. But for a Disney quick service restaurant at a value resort, this is pretty darn good tandoori chicken. I'm just blown away by how moist it is. Now let's try the spinach paneer. All right, here we are, spinach and paneer. Spinach has that standard earthy flavor. The paneer cheese is spongy, really absorbed that curry flavor. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd order this again.
One thing I will say about this location is it used to be better. It used to have more unique offerings. Like there was a whole create your own salad bar. There was like create your own pasta. There was more things similar to what Alan's eating that are more unique. I'm glad they brought some of that back, but I do miss when they had some more different options. But overall, it's like a pretty standard quick service cafeteria style restaurant, but with some plussed up items. Okay, I couldn't resist the It's Grubbin' Time Sundae. It's vanilla ice cream, but they did say I could swap for chocolate or swirl with Oreos, gummy worms, and then this cute little Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa medallion. What's not to like? It's vanilla ice cream and Oreos and gummy worms, which are slimy yet satisfying. It's just cute. Had to get it.
And with that, we are going to take our own advice and head over to the Riviera for a nightcap.
Perks of the Skyliner, but we will see you in the morning where there are fun waffles to be had.
Ooh, night.
It is time.
For breakfast.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're going to go grab a bite to eat.
Back to Landscape of Flavors. Welcome back to Landscape of Flavors, where we are grabbing breakfast. Now, of course, you can mobile order and they'll package it to go if you want to eat it back in your room. But we came in to scope everything out and see what the selection is. It does look like two of these bays are the same. This first one right here and this one over here. Both of those have waffle platters, pancake platters, looks like bacon, egg, and cheese bagels, an avocado breakfast bowl, a tacho bowl. And then over here, in this middle one, you've got a little bit different options, some of the same things, but you've got like a Western omelet, ham and cheese omelet, so more of your egg-based dishes here. And then over where I got my ice cream yesterday, they've got Joffrey's coffee and specialty coffees, as well as pastries.
All right, we have picked up our breakfast. I have grabbed the avocado breakfast bowl, and Molly, in usual form, has picked up a kid's waffle meal. But these are special because they have fun characters on them.
That's right. Normally I go for the Mickey waffles, but one thing special here at Art of Animation exclusively, they have different characters. So like this one is Cars, it's Tow Mater on one side, and it looks like that Flo on the other side. And the Nemo one is Nemo on one side and Dory on the other side. And I believe they have a Lion King one and a Mermaid one too. It's just whichever ones you get. So. Also, in my usual fashion, I am being a 3-drink goblin. Because I got a kid's meal, it came with a couple of sides. I chose apple slices and tater tots. And then it comes with a small drink, so I grabbed a small water. Also, no, it's supposed to come with yogurt, but I don't really care for yogurt, and so I swapped in the potato barrel. So just ask, because you can probably swap if you don't like something. And then, of course, a shaky Jamaica, and I love a good bubble water. And I can't find this kind in my grocery store, the AHA Lime Watermelon. I can only get it in Disney coolers for some reason, but it's delightful. Who do I want to eat first? It's a weird way to think about it. Just as delicious as a Mickey waffle. It's that golden malted waffle mix that they use here at Disney World. Perfectly crispy on the outside, nice and fluffy on the inside. And most of all, I love kids' meals because they're like $8 and you get all this food.
Now for my breakfast bowl, this is a base of potato barrels, it's tater tots, with some egg, salsa, beans, and avocado. And because I just know what I like, I'm putting some hot sauce on top. There's also, it seems, some cheese that is in between those layers of egg too that is melted. This is fine. I think it's a pretty hearty meal to have at the start of the day. I wish it had a little bit more avocado. Honestly, the best part about this is the beans combined with the salsa. They have the most zest and spice to them. It adds a little bit of light and freshness and acidity to this. Eggs are sort of woefully under-seasoned, but that's kind of true of any egg you're going to get in the theme park. So make sure to add some hot sauce with some salt and pepper. But this is a fine, pretty complete, nutritious meal. Well, that brings us to an end of our stay here at Art of Animation. What'd you think?
I think this resort is so cute. In a lot of ways, it's the most Disney of the Disney resorts because you've got all these giant, larger-than-life characters, and I love the details. And I think especially if you are a family with little kids that like any of these movies, they're going to love it. If you're staying anywhere nearby, this would be a great check-in day or check-out day activity to Skyliner over here, perhaps, and just like walk around and look at all the characters.
I agree. I think it's really neat that Art of Animation just has a lot of nods to early animation stuff, like the ink and paint shop, a lot of the sketches. It's really neat to see a lot of that stuff represented within this resort.
I will say, on that same vein, if you're looking for like a honeymoon resort, this is not what I would recommend, just because it is so family friendly and there are lots of little ones around, which is perfect, and that's what this resort is for. But it's not what I would recommend if you're looking for like maybe teenagers who kind of are in that like we're too cool for Disney vibe, or like adults on a romantic trip. This is not what I would pick.
A big pro of the Art of Animation Resort, though, is access to the Skyliner. The ability that you have access to theme parks as well as all the other Skyliner resorts. A huge thing in the pro column for this resort.
I will say one of the big cons of staying here is the cost. It is technically a value resort, and the Little Mermaid standard rooms do sit in the higher end price range of a value resort compared to like Pop Century or the All-Stars, but those family suites are definitely more like a moderate price point. And you're not getting the moderate perks of things like a full sit-down restaurant when staying here. So I get it, if you've got a bigger party or you want more room, these rooms are adorable, but you may be able to find a room at a moderate resort. Or, not an ad, if you go through DVC rental store, you can likely get even a deluxe or a DVC resort for a similar price point, and then you get more perks.
Another thing in the con column is the food. You only have one option here for dining, and I don't think anybody's coming to Art of Animation for the wide and varied cuisine. But, that being said, again, you have access to the Skyliners. So if you want to go to the Riviera, Caribbean Beach, or any of the Boardwalk resorts to eat or experience their lounges or ambiance, you can.
Overall, Art of Animation, a very cute resort. Had a wonderful time staying here, but Pop Century still wins Best Value Resort in Walt Disney World for my money.
Let us know where you want us to stay next. We are trying to work through all of the Disney and Universal hotels. In fact, we've already done quite a few of them, but we are not yet done. So let us know where you'd like to see us stay next. Until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you are new, follow us on all of our socials, and if you would like to join with the Mam Fam in the conversation about this or any of our other videos, please join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. Links for all that are down below.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Alan.
And it has been magical.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Those waffles were so good.
Were they?
Yeah.
Did the characters make them better?
The Nemo one was a little salty.